Alright guys, this is the official Blood and Iron tier list. I've made this like a whole year ago. Obviously things have changed, so I'm back and I'm ready to give you guys an updated tier list. New classes obviously. Yeah, let's just get right into this. Starting off, light infantry is actually broken. One of, if not the best classes in the game. It's a great class. All around class. There's like no drawbacks to it. Maybe like not as much power as like a rifle, but it has a faster reload, so great accuracy, everything you need. Light infantry is going in the R broken tier. Sapper, I'm gonna put it in good. The ability to build carries this class. If it didn't have this, it would be like really bad. It's actually falling off now. I used to put it in is broken, but now it's just gonna be in good. Building is obviously important, but a lot of people who play this class are noobs. They don't build, they just rush, and when they do build, they camp at spawn. Sappers are gonna go in the good tier. Lancer, also gonna go in the good tier. The best anti-cav class, pretty much all it's used for. The horse is mediocre. The lance is really hard to use against people unless you're like skilled. It's just gonna go in the good tier. But that new buff that it got recently against horses is very useful. Pikemen, absolute garbage, never used. I think this might be the only class in here. It's really bad. Imagine running this class in a map with no cavalry. It's like a joke class. It's not very good, and yeah, it's gonna be put in the absolute garbage, never choose tier. Musicians, I wish it had like each one, but musicians in general, it's going to be put in high good. It's pretty good. Obviously the reload buff, it doesn't have a weapon other than the sword. That's gonna be put in the good tier. Partisan, right in the middle. It could be really good or really bad. It's like a slot machine, you know. Yeah, it's gonna be put in the good. It's really hard to rate it, but I will be putting it in the good tier for now. Dragoons, really good. This is crazy because in the previous tier list I put them in like the worst category. I think they were the only ones there. This class is very good. Ever since they got rid of the heavy horse, like back then, that heavy horse, this class really shined with the medium. It's a portable firearm. The musketoon isn't even that bad of a weapon. The only problem is the bullet speed, in my opinion. And overall, like, this class is really good. It's not overpowered. There are a lot of drawbacks, but yeah, it's gonna be put in the really good tier because it's a really good class. Light infantry, we're gonna put that in the is broken tier. Ever since it got that bayonet buff, oh my goodness, this thing has been really good. The gun itself was always like pretty solid. The bayonet buff was just the cherry on top. It pretty much made a okay thing become very good. It's kind of hard to hit though. I don't know if they changed the hitbox of the bayonet, but overall this class is just really good. If you don't want to run light infantry and have a little bit better chances in close quarters combat, then light infantry is that class. It's gonna be put in the R broken tier. Officer, R broken. This class is so good. It's actually insane. The meta is basically light infantry, officer, or line infantry at this point. The fact that you can reload and walk is such a good exclusive thing for this class. You could peep through corners. The third person shooting and stuff is so like easy and like cheap. It has a sword too, and yeah, this class is gonna go in the is broken tier. Plus it also gives you an accuracy buff. Not that it matters too much, but you know, it's just an extra thing to prove why it's in the is broken tier. Artillery, if you know what you're doing, I'll put it really good. This class is, again, really good. The round shot is one of the scariest things to deal with. If you're on the other side, you can hit really good trick shots with it, or you could just completely miss it. This is one of the more skilled classes, I guess. Canister is pretty good. Round shots even better. Destroys buildings, you know. Only drawback is the cannon itself and the sword. Overall, it's still a really good class, and it's very fun to use, and that's why it's going to be put in the really good tier. Hussars, I'm gonna also put in the really good. It kind of fell off a little bit because of the new horse thing. It's way easier to get hit with the smaller horse. Obviously the Hussar is one of the best cav classes though, and it's gonna be put in the really good tier because it's still really good, just a little bit less useful than it used to be. Riflemen is going to be put in, where did I put this? Also gonna be put in good. It's a good class. The sword is the biggest weakness of it though. The gun is very fun to use if you can hit your shots. It's one of the best, obviously the best gun, but it has a long reload, so it's very punishing if you miss. Yeah, it's gonna be put in the good tier. It's still a pretty good class. Color bearer, also good. Yeah, it's also good. It gives you a sword swing speed buff. I think this stacks twice. I don't think you have to have the flag up for it to give you the buff too. Still like not the best. If you have a sword speed buff and you're already used to like how the frames work for like the swords and stuff, and you have that buff, you're just wasting the buff, you know? So it's a little weird in that sense, but it's still really useful. And it just gives you a big target though, but you don't have to have the flag up. So because of that, it's gonna be put in the good tier. So yeah, heavy cap's gonna be put in mid. It's mid. It's not very good still. It got a buff with the sword and stuff, and they reverted the dragoon thing, which I don't know why it was a thing in the first place, but they did. I'm still not using it though. It's pretty much just a dragoon with a better pistol, which I mean you can run this over the dragoon officer because you get a better pistol, but you get a worse horse. Such a weird class. It needs another buff in my opinion. I don't know what else it would need, but it needs something, and because of that's gonna be put in the mid tier. And cuirassier is going to be put in good. It's good. It's great against sappers. It's great against close quarters combat. Obviously if you're against two people, you're not gonna have a fun time though. It's pretty much like a one-on-one thing. The horse also isn't really good, and the walk speed thing isn't very good. At least it gets a damage reduction thing. But yeah, it's pretty good, so I'll be putting it in the good tier. So that is the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a sub. Yeah, this concludes the Explain series, I guess, until there's a remaster maybe in a couple of years. I have no idea. Or new classes come out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys again for watching this video. You guys are the best, and let's try to hit 3,000 subs. Okay, thank you, take care, and goodbye.